What's up, Cole? How you been doing, bro? I'm glad to hear you doing good, buddy. I'm making a mess. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thought I'd hop on live, talk to y'all for a minute. What's up, Three Wheeler Recovery? How you doing, bro? I'm glad you're doing good, buddy. I'm glad you're doing good. Not much, Darius or Dario. How you doing today, bro? What's up, Hunter Gamer? How you been doing, bud? I'm doing good, Three Wheeler. How are you, bud? I not much. Just got done. Just a little while. Weed eating. Well, I'm not done. I still got some more to do tomorrow, probably. Or I might just wait till next weekend. And that's about it. I probably took a shower, grabbed a few things so I didn't have to get up for a little bit. So I can sit down and talk to all you wonderful people. You doing all right, Cole? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Dario. What I do for a living? I work in a plant. Work in a plant. Cornflakes and fettuccine. Nah, this is a protein bowl. Yeah, I'm still at the cotton mill. What's up, country girl? How you doing tonight? Boy, after I drink all that coffee, I'm going to have to pee. He's doing good. He's staying out in the side tonight. He tore up my bedroom. I don't know if he seen something, heard something, but he fucked my bedroom up the other night. What's up, Dookie Dunker? L? I ain't too worried about you hating on me. That sounds really good, country girl. What's up, Hannah? Oh, L, my dog, yeah, he fucked my shit up. You wish you was happy being alone? Well, sometimes great men are destined to be alone, I believe. You seem unbothered. I try to stay that way. God's gifted me with some inner peace, and I love it. What's up, Peach Skin Patriot? How you doing? You need cuddles from a woman? Well, get out there and find you one, bud. They everywhere. They're in abundance. I know. Welcome back, Peach. I'm glad you're doing good. People say all the time, can't find a woman. They everywhere. Why ain't I bothered about women? What you mean bothered? It's not that I'm bothered. It's just you don't worry about something that's in abundance. The right woman. Well, I believe we living in a different time now. Like everybody was able to stay together, and everybody seemed like they was finding the right one. But it was, what's your serious question, Eminem, and one of my favorite rappers. And the reason people thought that was because back then females was raised right, men was raised right, and you know almost 100% of women was saving themselves for marriage, and majority of men was the same way. So if you didn't have a large variety of sexual partners, you would have a very strong bond, stronger than most, with your husband or your wife. And so, like, without the variety, because everybody's always comparing when they get in a relationship, like, oh, this lady's sweet and kind, or oh, this man's kind, but he don't fuck me like that guy does. Or he has a good job, takes care of the family, but he ain't got a Ferrari like him. Like, the variety. And women think, and this gonna sound fucked up most of y'all, but women think they just as valuable after having sex or after having a child or after getting old as they was when they was young, wasn't whoring around, and they didn't have no kids. And that's not true. You got wiser from your dumb mistakes, but your values went down. Like, that's why most men don't have success in the sexual field a lot of the times up until they done got established. Like a man don't get distinguished usually until he's in his like 30s, 40s. A man don't usually get real successful and self-made if he's that kind of man until he's in his 30s or 40s as well. So a man's value goes up and a woman's value, I hate to say it, goes down. And everybody got the game fucked up. But in this day and age, everybody done have multiple sex partners and everything else. This ain't a traditional marriage you looking for anyway. You should date around and test your options as a man until you find the right one and you're sure that's the right one. And still, I hate to say this, Lord forgive me, but I believe that marriage isn't beneficial to men no more. Back when they had all the laws on the book started, like with divorce and all that stuff, child support, that was when women wasn't able to work. They depended on the man to take care of the family. Now, man, risk it trying to make a woman honest, build a family, and next thing you know, they don't last long. And she gets half the shit you built. Who the fuck needs half? Like, what the fuck? I'm a firm believer if you living good. Hold on, I'm about to answer your question. I'm a firm believer if you living good and you got married and the woman wants to leave you, the lifestyle shouldn't be the same when she leaves if you are up. You know what I mean? She if she's willing to leave you, she's willing to leave the lifestyle. She should go to McDonald's and work. Let's see what Eminem. Where and what was I doing on 9/11? I was in elementary school. Didn't hear about it till I got home. They wouldn't tell us what happened, and it is something very memorable, but for a weird reason. I was a young kid, probably 8 or 9, and got home from school. Well, Grandpa didn't pick us up. He always picked us up from school, and there was something going on. Everybody knew something was going on, and Grandpa had this grim look on his face, just staring at the TV. I'm like, "What's going on?" He was like, "The country's been attacked." And I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "They flew a plane into a building and killed a bunch of people." I was like, "Well, so they jumped out with a parachute?" And he was like, "No, they stayed in the plane and crashed into it." And that concept was so foreign to me. Like somebody that would take their own life, because I never had the concept of self deletion. It's weird, and that's when I realized at a young age that them S thoughts aren't natural. You look at them uncontacted tribes, and they don't have no word or concept for it. And it's really strange to me that over there in places where all they have to do for entertainment and to live is to hunt, fight, fuck, sleep, talk to their buddies. That's the only form of entertainment they have. But we have pretty much an endless supply of entertainment in our palm of our hands, carry around in our pocket all day long. Have a plethora of options everywhere. Like you can get anything from all countries of the world. This is an empire, and we have the most depressed people in the world here. And to me, it's sad. Like I've had friends that's checked out of life before, and it really hurts. Still hurts to this day, if I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't see. I mean, I can see why, but I don't see how you could do that. It's always gonna get better, y'all. Like it's true what they say. The darkest night is the darkest time is usually for the brightest time of day or for the day breaks. Your grandpa was on the 30th floor on the South Tower. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Eminem. Damn, why you think people want to come online to watch someone rambling on is bad, but you have to listen through stuffing face and chomping down junk. See ya. All right, Adam. Tell your mom I said last night she was kind of meh. She wasn't that great. And her cooter smelled like the shit her door on the tuna fish boat. 7 months and 8 days old when 9/11 happened. That's crazy. Is my chewing bothering y'all? Because I got that little mic right there. And I don't want to be being too loud. Thank you, DJ Sullivan. Yeah, it was a terrible day. Hell yeah, stuffing my face with anything. Kind of like your mom did last night. She stuffed her face with my big old tree trunk. Stuck that hippopotamus dick straight in her throat. Yeah, they are haters. And really, people who hate on me, I ain't worried about it. Usually, they either cucks or fat bitches. And don't get me wrong, I like big girls. Small girls, oh. But I just gotta talk shit if you be an asshole. What's up, R&B girl? How you doing tonight? I'm chilling. Me too. I'm about to be done eating. What's up, light skin? Welcome back. I made homemade ranch dip. Took sour cream and put a pack of ranch seasoning in it. It's really good. I'm about to put it down though. It's so damn good. I'm gonna get like 3 more chips and I'm gonna put it up. I got to. Cause I'm a fat ass. It was good. Your friend made you some. Done with it. What's up, OG Uncle D? How you been, bro? And Cole, I see you been commenting like a motherfucker on my videos. You the shit, Cole. Thank you. Thank all of y'all for commenting on my videos. You're not single anymore? Congratulations, Cole. But man, when it comes to dating, the knife, this one right here. But man, when it comes to dating, you need to. It seems like y'all try to convince the ladies to date you. And what y'all men should be doing is trying to see if the women are good enough for you to date. Y'all got the game fucked up. Y'all supposed to have options. And if you don't have options, work on yourself so you can be that valuable person deep within that you know you truly are. Thank you, DJ. Why is niggas team so addictive? That bitch said, she said I was toxic. And I told her, I said, just like that vape in your hand, but you keep sucking on it. Watermelon ice, ice watermelon. Uh, yeah, watermelon ice. Vape is way more addictive than cigarettes. All right, clean my desk off. Yeah, in small amounts, I believe nicotine's very beneficial. What's up, J Man? What's up, J Man? How you doing tonight, bro? I hope everybody having a wonderful night. Who else has been sitting in the Walmart parking lot sending tips to ICE? Cause like I can't be the only one. And then they told me to quit calling because it's discrimination at this point. Y'all about to have to give me 2 minutes. I gotta use the bathroom, y'all. That coffee, man. That coffee will do you in. I'm back and back. My bad, y'all. I took all the Ramadan off, quit drinking that coffee, and it tear my belly up now that I started back drinking it. Now I'm eating that sour cream on top of it. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator real quick so I don't forget about it. And so I can quit looking at it. Tear my belly up. I'm back, y'all. What's up, Lexi? How you doing tonight? I what gun from the video, but I can't show no guns on live stream because they'll take me down. They've done it before. Can't show no freedom toy. I'm doing really good, Lexi. Thank you for asking. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Got 7 of y'all rocking with me tonight. That's all we need. Ain't about the quality, it's about the quantity. And y'all some quantity viewers right here. I love all you guys. You love my accent? Well, thank you, Lexi. That's so sweet. I guess I don't realize it's all that different until I get it. Well, even now here, people say I got a more southern accent. I'm just a simple country boy. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for your support. I love all you guys that support me. Y'all just the shit. Cole's back. Thank you for coming back, man. Y'all rocking with me on this live stream. I don't know if I'm gonna do a short one or a long one today. We just gonna rock with it and find out. Oh man. I cut the air on. It's hot. We're gonna just rock it out today and see how long we're gonna be on this live. Are we gonna be on it for hours? 30 more minutes? 10 more minutes? We don't know. But we're gonna find out. I can't show no guns while I'm on live stream. I think they are still going. I'm not sure. Can, does this little earpiece microphone make it better than sounding? What's up, Sandy? How you doing tonight, chick? One of the OGs in here. We ain't doing much, Sandy. We just chilling today. We just chilling. I'm in a great state of South Carolina. What's up, Craig? I'm doing okay, Sandy. How? Well, you said you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. I can't show no guns, DJ. Thank you, Cole. So are you. Y'all amazing, beautiful people. You from South Carolina too? That's what's up. South Carolina people representing. You probably cool towards the cooler part of South Carolina, like with the beaches and stuff. Just got off work walking your dog. He is sound like a fed. Oh, you are towards the cooler part. Lucky, lucky you. Nice biceps. Which part's the bicep? Hold on, let me Google that. People will give me compliments. I have to Google it. Like somebody be like, your your triceps. I guess biceps would be on the front part. Okay, yeah. Thank you, bud. Thanks. It's hot. I like the heat though, Lexi. I like when it's between 90 and 100 degrees. It's perfect weather. You going this summer? Oh, so you don't live at the beach? I'm planning on going this summer too. With 100% humidity. I don't mind the humidity. What am I streaming off of? YouTube? Or you mean like, what am I using? Like a phone? I'm using my phone. Nope, you going to Panama Beach? Lucky you. Take me with you. Take me with you. I've only been to the beach like once or twice in my life. You can't do humidity. You miss winter already? There's nothing to do in the winter time. Everybody likes booty short weather. Everybody likes the booty short weather. Yeah, you. We all a little crazy. If you're watching Mr. Freedom, you gotta be a little crazy. Your birthday's coming June 1st. Well, happy birthday, Lexi. Oh, Lexi is your girlfriend? That's what's up, Cole. You from South Carolina too? Pacific Northwest. Oh, you on the other side? Long distance relationship, huh? Those are rough sometimes, I hear. What's the for, Sandy? Favorite thing to get into? Uh, I don't really have a favorite thing other than cooter, but like I like to read, I like to hike, I like to exercise. I don't mind my job. Had to give your dog some water. He was thirsty. Maybe one day I'll have time and money to get into other activities. But I stay pretty busy right now. Now I ain't got a tattoo since like 2016. Been almost 10 years since I got one. Been debating on getting one. Where's old Blue? He's staying outside tonight. He fucked up my bedroom last night. Oh, nice Squid Games, man. Yeah, I like the Squid Games. The first season was way better though. You like to sing? What kind of music you like to sing? Country, hip hop, and pop. Well, yeah, my whole right arm been covered. Probably like probably like 15 years. Well, no, not that long. Yeah, maybe. Probably like 14, 15 years I've had this sleeve. But it's not my right arm, it's my left arm. It's a mirror image. I'm a clone, y'all. The real Mr. Freedom is fat, and they keeping him locked up in Alaska because he hates the cold. What's up, FB Ordinance 15? How you doing, bro? What's going on, Mr. Freedom for President? I don't think I want to be no president. That's too much power for a simple country boy. And they say power corrupts, and I'm already corrupted as fuck. You're black? Oh, you're back. Just like, why you gonna tell me that? That don't matter. Living the dream? Hell yeah. Me too. And if you ain't, fake it till you make it. Absolutely, power corrupts. 100% right. Halfway there. I could put my email in here. Anybody want to email me? Nah, it's a memorial tattoo. And honestly, I shouldn't have got the tattoo. I was young, dumb, on a lot of substances, and the person who passed was a very important person to me. Uh, was the father figure in my life growing up, and made me the man I was today. But he was very proud of his service, and to me at the time, it really represented him. And but now I just kind of sometimes it feels like you get a lot of questions, and I feel like covering it up just to be able to be a little bit more low key, you know. Yeah, y'all can call each other what you want to. I don't care, Lexi and Cole, who died on April 1st. What you mean? Now there are people, if you really think about it, the, a lot of historians and people who study the the birth of Jesus, you know, like they say he didn't wasn't born around Christmas. He was born in the early spring, and a lot of people agree that it was around the beginning of April. And that makes me think, why do they call the 1st of April April Fool's Day? Who are they trying to call a fool? That medicinal herbs like got me faded? Nah, I don't do nothing like that. Can't do that and possess firearms. Well, that's good, Christopher. I'm glad everything's starting to come down and kind of level out in California. Maybe one day it'll be that great state again. Used to be California was full of cowboys, and now California's full of. I'd rather not say. But yeah, I ain't never heard nothing good about California. Washington's crazy expensive. I've never been to Washington or California. Oh, I hate to hear that your grandfather died on the 23rd in December and you wasn't there for him. I'm sorry to hear that. Gas is going back up. Gas here is kind of relatively low than what it used to be, but it's still high as hell. Cost of living is too damn high. But if you was gonna buy some freedom seed, you know what I'm talking about, come in a box of 50 or more. Right now be the time to do it while Trump's the president. People ain't gonna be stocking up on ammo. Be the best time to do it. Back up over $5 in some areas. Up the road is like 269. I gotta go that way instead of to the town nearby, but I live out in the middle of nowhere. There ain't no options over here. You go to town and you forget something, you ain't making another trip. You live out here. You just like, fuck it, I'll get it next time or don't need it that bad. And you can't blame yourself, Lexi. Things happen, and that's just the way the world is. You blame yourself, you're gonna make yourself miserable. 550 in Oakland, golly, I bet you did. You know, and it'd be a dream of mine to just be able to travel the country and like make people laugh. You know, be able to go to these places and see for myself with my own two eyes, are these places as bad as I'm being told? And just be able to just see the people that enjoy my content, you know? Maybe make the world a little bit of a better place just because I existed. Instead of the way I was years ago, deep within, I didn't really realize at the time, but I think I wanted to make the world suffer. And you know what? Like they say, hurt people, and that's true. Like if you hurt on the inside, you don't give a damn about anything on the outside. But if you love yourself on the inside, you're able to show love and try to better everything on the outside. And I feel like God has blessed me with such, how would I put it? Like an improving of my spirit that it seems like people who get around me will naturally improve. I don't know if it's by example or it's just you can see the peace and happiness on me. I'm not sure what it is. But a lot of people try to gatekeep things. Like when people come up to somebody in shape and they want tips on how to get in shape, they ain't gonna really tell you how to do it. Or, you know, like anything that would prove you because they're afraid that you might do better than them. And I'm not that way. I've had plenty of people come up to me wanting to know like what they should eat, what kind of exercise they should do, this, that, and the other, and I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna talk to them, I'm gonna talk, and then every time I see them afterward, I'm gonna encourage you. Be like, man, you been hitting the gym? You still getting it? Yeah, man, I lost 10 pounds. You looking good, bud. You looking good because you're supposed to improve your surroundings. Like if you're in shape and you looking fly and you living your best life, found the inner peace, you don't want to hide this. You want to share it with everybody else so everybody else can live their best life. You know, you don't hide light. You let the light shine. You know, iron sharpens iron. And a lot of people ain't cut from the same cloth because a lot of times, most of the time, people get in the gym or people try to get close to God or people try to eat right and they'll do good. Sometimes up to 3 months, but then they'll quit. But that's why I pray to God all the time. I thank God for giving me this motivation, this dedication, this drive because it's a gift from Him. And I pray that God don't allow me to quit or give up, you know, because I want this to be a lifestyle I maintain for the rest of my life. And I hope God blesses me with a long, fruitful, successful life. What's up, Eminem? Welcome back, bro. Guess who's back, 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 back cooking, get Shady's back, back, back. Tell a friend, friend, friend. Guess who's back, 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 guess who's back. Now. You keep staring at the corner of the wall. When I heard you say corner of the wall, I was thinking that was a spider. But I hope not. I ain't really been. I don't go in this office a lot during the summertime or the winter time because it's such a big space, and like I work all the time, work out and stuff like that, and it's not really worth it to take all the time to heat up this giant room just for like maybe 30 minutes worth of content. What you mean you feel the same way about you and your weight? Are you overweight, underweight? And that's another crazy thing. Nobody's ever happy with themselves either. You see a lot of people ain't nothing wrong with them. They ain't overweight where they're ugly or out of shape or having health problems, and they ain't underweight where they like about to starve to death. And people still want to, like, really skinny women want to be thicker. Really thick women want to be skinny. You know? What's up, bro? Just got back home from work at O'Reilly's. Some poor guy dropped his car battery on his foot in the store and didn't dare laugh. Oh man, I would have busted out laughing. You had to hurt the shit out of your foot though. You dropping it on your foot. I guess the battery acid didn't bust out though. Your parents tell you to lose weight. You know, like growing up, I was told I was fat and needed to lose weight, and it done the opposite. It made me want to eat more because it would stress me out more. And I really think that's the bad way of going. Like, you shouldn't. If your children are having an unhealthy lifestyle, then your children are a reflection of you. So you need to improve your lifestyle. If you're having kids, you need to set a better example so they won't want to eat like that to be able to get big. But women don't. It's not a problem for women like it is for men. Women can be soft and beautiful. Men, y'all ain't supposed to be cushy and soft. Y'all supposed to be hard as a rock, son. Fucking him, you know? Exactly. You can be bony, thick, BBW, and still love yourself. And still be beautiful and fine or sexy as hell in any of them body styles. You back to keto yourself. Keto's a good diet. How'd your last job contribute to your weight gain? You can love yourself and still want to get in shape purely for your health. You can. You can not love yourself and want to get in shape to love yourself, you know? You thick and you feel like people ain't gonna love you for you. Well, see, you gotta love yourself first. And as a woman, you're supposed to make a man wait and find out that he's a good guy. That's the best way to find out if somebody truly loves you. What's up, Cole? You starved yourself for 3 weeks? I do a lot of fasting myself. I think fasting is like the cure to most things. You 6'4" and weigh 190 pounds, can't gain weight no matter what. Well, good. What you need to do is download you a free calorie tracker app, and a lot of them are personalized. You put in how tired you are, your age, and that you want to gain weight. And the calories don't lie. If you put in more calories than your baseline, you're gonna gain weight. I promise. Yeah, a lot of times the main problem is work on yourself, make yourself better. I am him. There's a lid for every pot. Oh, that's fucked up. You're around the wrong guys then, Lexi. They telling you messed up shit. If a guy don't respect you and don't want you like that, then leave him be because there's a guy out there that would love your body and love everything about you. And if you hold out for that right one and trust the process, you can live happily ever after. Yeah, and BBWs are in style, and it's getting spring and summertime. Everybody knows that's good BBW fucking weather right there. Good men love confidence. Trashy men love trash. Yeah, don't look for trash. But real men like cooter. That's what it is. Like I've seen men with beautiful ass, drop dead gorgeous, fucking supermodel looking women, and they'll cheat on them with a fat cross-eyed woman that's 30 years older than them, just because they need something different. Only getting 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night. Had to get up like 3 a.m. and then get back home until 5, 6 p.m. Having enough time to eat and sleep, and during the day living off gas station food. That gas station food is horrible. You always dated toxic man. Well, see, toxic relationships can sometimes be the most fun because it's like a drug. It's like a roller coaster. And a toxic relationship, when it's up, motherfuckers real up. It's exciting. It's beautiful. And when it's down, it's real down. It's horrible. You can't stand it. Don't even want to be here no more. And then right when you're about ready to check out, the thing goes right back up. And when you think it's all perfect, it goes right back down. It's the reward and punishment thing that keeps you drawn. Just like people who gamble. You can stick $20 in and then you win 50 back and you're like, oh shit. Then you stick $20 in again and you lose it. Then you stick $20 in again and you lose it. And you're like, fuck. I'm about to walk away, and you stick 10 more dollars in and you win another 50. And you're like, whoo, it's good again. Then you stick that 50 in, you win 100. Then you're like, oh shit, and then you stick that 100 in and you win $5 back. How to meal prep? Really, you just want meal prep with meat, like chicken. Chicken's the best if you just want to cut fat. With chicken and vegetables, you don't want no white vegetables other than onions. And I suggest to have mushrooms in your meal that you have to get the fiber you need. And onions. Onions help with testosterone, especially raw onions. But as long as you got veggies and meat, you're gonna be all right. Protein, what makes you full and satisfied. That's the meat. My body don't like bread, sugar, or carbs, but my palate does. I thank all y'all who coming in here rocking with me. Y'all the best. I love y'all to death. Got like almost 14K subscribers. That's wild. I'm a I'm a simple ass country boy. I ain't supposed to have no 14,000 subscribers. Yeah, portion control, but fasting, that's another thing I don't talk about a lot. Fasting is so fucking wonderful for your body. I believe fasting is like the cure to most things. Like your body eats the bad stuff away. When you start starving, you clearing out your body. Like I usually won't eat nothing until about like 6 p.m. At least Monday through Thursday. I might get a little lax on it on Friday, and Saturday and Sunday out. Sometimes I might eat at 3. But like when you're hungry and your stomach's growling and everything else, you're cutting fat. That's bad for you. Fat's bad for your body. we're not living in a survival state no more. And then they was only able to do that when they was at a surplus. Like the hunt was good, they had plenty of food. That was what we was designed for, to store it for when hard times come. But we don't do no activities like people did back in the day. Fat's bad for you. In modern life, you don't like for men. I can only speak on men because I've never been a woman before. But for us men, because women, a lot of them look fine with some fat on, a little jiggle, make it fun. But like men, we need to cut that fat. When you fasting, it's killing off fat, it's killing off bad cells, dead cells, and it's been shown people who do regular fasting at least once a week or twice a week, it shows a lot better longevity, lower rates of cancer and stuff, and that's good. It does, and you get a when you fast and stuff, you get this natural glow to you. Yeah, well, if you're diabetic, you definitely gotta do it. Like I'm talking like, cause don't take my advice. I'm not a medical professional. If you got other blah blah other underlying problems, then you need to seek a doctor. Protein shake or Red Bull, that's two different spectrums right there. It does give mental clarity. When you eat good or eat clean and you fast, it does. Like a lot of answers I've solved being on a 3 day fast of just water. Yeah, definitely don't do that. It's a good way to wind up belly up like a chicken if you diabetic fasting for a week. Same with edging. What you mean with edging? What's up, King? Swallowings? Yeah, I know diabetes ain't no joke. Like, that's the main reason I started trying to get in shape. I was 255 pounds almost 2 years ago, about 23 months ago. And at my workplace, they have a nurse thing that does like a medical checkup on you every year and tells you what's wrong, what you need to do. And I went in there and I was like super duper high on my H1C, A1C, whatever it is. And she told me if I didn't change the next time I come in there, I'm gonna be a diabetic. And I had a buddy of mine, he retired now, good old older guy, country man. And he liked to walk around barefoot and he got a little like a paper cut on the bottom of his foot walking out there to feed his dog out in his yard. And he almost lost his foot from that little cut. It took years to heal. And I'm a simple country boy. I like to go around shirtless and shoeless. And I knew I had to change my lifestyle up drastically. So like, I was like, I told myself I was gonna give up all my Reese cups because I done got to where I was eating like 6 Reese cups before I came into work, and I was gonna give up all that bad stuff, and I was gonna start exercising because I didn't want to be a diabetic. I was gonna lose this weight, and basically I gave it all up. Well, first I had to get rid of my Reese cup stash, so it took me like a whole month to finish eating all the Reese cups I done had bought. And then I started doing right, and then I got that poison ivy in my eye and swallowed my face. Then, like a little bitch, I was sitting around feeling sorry for myself and started back eating unhealthy and stuff. But then, after my eye got better, I got right back to it, and here I am today. God's taking care of me. I was like 1 point into the pre diabetic, but hopefully, I think it's this month coming around when I take another blood test. Hopefully, I'll be normal. Thank you, King. Thank you, OG. This would be a horrible angle for me. My views done went down. Dieting or eating habits are the most difficult. That's true. You, you like to ride your dirt bike? Little dirt bikes and ATVs and four wheelers, all that stuff's fun. All that stuff's fun. Yeah, this bad angle. You barely. What's some of y'all's hobbies? What y'all like to do for fun? Fishing and hunting? I'm probably gonna get back into hunting here soon. I gave it up because I just don't want to hurt any God's creation, like by my own hand. I felt like for the longest I hurt enough in my lifetime, and I just want to be a pacifist. But I might just get back into hunting. I'm still praying on it. I'm a peaceful, loving man, and I ain't nothing against hunting. Like if I was starving in a survival situation, I'd definitely go back to hunting. But seeing how we live in a place where we can just buy it and I don't have to be the one to do it, then with the luxuries, I feel like if you feel like you hurt enough in your life, you just don't want to take no lives. You just want to live life and live good. Video games because you broke and Jim. Man, them video games, in my opinion, no offense, OG Uncle D, is like a man killer. Because our brains are wired as men to want to seek adventure and action and thrill, you know? And as humans, we naturally want to use, because it's hardwired in our brains, in our DNA, and our instincts, is to want to accomplish tasks with using the least amount of energy. Because thousands of years ago, when we was first around, like, would you rather chase a squirrel through the woods for 10 hours to eat the one squirrel, or would you rather chase the big old gazelle through the woods for 10 hours to be able, everybody be able to eat and get their bellies full. Because with a squirrel, you would have to use a bunch of energy and time to, to be able to get enough to feed your belly. But with the gazelle, you could eat for a few days, so really your energy ain't used up that much. So it was hardwired in our brains to use the least amount of energy, and men seek pleasure through conquering and fornicating and protecting and providing for our family. And we're pretty simple like that. And if you sitting there just like corn, if you sitting there on you and you can seek adventure and your brain releases dopamine like you really in some action or combat, or you really out adventuring and conquering the world and leveling up and accomplishing things, and in your brain playing the game, it does the same thing as if you was going out and actually doing it and benefiting from it. But one, you're sitting on the couch, the other one takes a decade or two to get where you really gonna go. The other one takes a couple months, and you get instant gratification in an hour or two. Instead, the other one, you get beat down a lot. You get you get doubts in your mind that this ain't gonna work. You're constantly having to work, less sleep, less energy. So naturally, as our instinct, we want to go to something that's more comfortable that takes the least amount of energy, because back 1,000 years ago, we'd rather use less time to hunt bigger game to eat longer than to use more time hunting small game and taking more time to get our bellies full and would still have to hunt the next day. So you have to resist, as a man, comfortability if you want to succeed in life. If you want to have a long, successful life as a man, you just got to give up the video games, in my opinion. If you have money, you spend most of your time traveling the open world. Put in some overtime. Put up some money. And you could still make one trip a day. Or one trip a year. One good ass trip. You can put $100 back every week at 52 weeks in a year, so that's $5,200. You can rent a car, you can go anywhere in this country, take a week of vacation, and just live it up for that week. And you could start vlogging it. You could video it. You could put it on social media of some sort. And social media is only a thing that's gonna keep growing. Like, a lot of people ain't tapping in to the market of social media, and you really should. Like, this is such a golden age for the little man. Cause back since the beginning of time, there was always some kind of gatekeeper, which they might be still to some degree, but there always been some sort of gatekeeper since the beginning of time for a man to be able, for his voice to be heard. And somebody had to put it in their paper, or somebody had to be able to attribute that importance to you. But now with a thing like social media, anybody, even a simple country boy like me, can get on here. My mouth dry as hell. And garner a pretty decent audience. And some people can get on here and have millions and millions of people watching them. And they started off at the same status or lower than most of us. Pick the squirrels off the corn pile. What's up, Aaron? Combat vet. Adrenaline is the best drug, Aaron says. Well, thank you for your service, Aaron. I really love and respect all our country's service members and veterans. But adrenaline is a hell of a thing. It really is. You're out of breath. You don't feel. I mean, it's like I've been in situations. Let's not incriminate myself. Let's see. I've been in situations where I was feeling an extreme dump of adrenaline, and I went through a thick patch of briars and got pretty heavily cut up and didn't realize it. My grandpa told me in the Korean War, he seen a man get his head completely. Uh, let's see how can I say that on YouTube? Well, it wasn't there no more after it got shot, and he said the man ran for a few more feet before his body dropped without a head. Yeah, I was Tim. I might have was allegedly. What's up, Tim? How you doing? Well, I got it when I was younger and dumber. Uh, I ain't trying to get too much of my information, but somebody very important to me was an important father figure in my life. After my mother passed, he passed away, and he was very proud of his service and that he was able to make it to that rank. And that was something he was always talking about. He was always proud of, and it was a way to like memorialize him. It's a whole like thing to the back too. You just can't see it because the angle I am. And when I was fatter, my arm used to like come out more, and you can kind of tell. And I feel like getting covered up because I get asked about it sometimes. I just kind of like staying low key, but maybe get something else to memorialize him. Yeah, he was very proud to. He said he really enjoyed the military. He said that. Uh, he said that was the best eating he ever had in his life. And he was very grateful to survive through two wars. He was always talking about it was the only reason he survived was because of God, you know. I kind of attribute like my reading and my being able to think outside the box to him because my grandfather, like, I'm gonna just spill the beans. I was raised by my great grandfather, me and my brother, when my mother passed, and he was a really good man. He was tough on us, but he wasn't an educated man, but he read all the time. He all the time read and wrote notes, and he all the time read the Bible and wrote notes on the Bible, and he had a way of thinking that like I haven't seen much of in my lifetime. You know, he was a very different man. He was a very humble man too. You know, and I'm kind of glad I had a role model like that, because like my grandfather, even up in his 80s, he'd exercise. He go even when his knees got bad, he wasn't able to run. He walked. He walked for 3 hours a day, and when his knees was good or good enough to run, he used to run twice a day around city limits 2 times. And like that's the kind of motivation and drive that you don't really see a lot of when somebody gets on up in age. And one thing that fascinates me, because I was raised by my great grandfather, and all right, OG, you have a good night, bro. I hope you sleep well. And my grandfather, his great grandfather, which he used to talk to a lot, he he fought in the Civil War, which is a fascinating concept to think that like I talked to a person that when he was raised and growing up, he talked to men that their main source of transportation was horse, and they actually went to battle, like marched the whole way there or rode horses and shot muskets at their enemies. That's a crazy concept. And then talk to a person who was at the beginning of like high tech warfare, you know? Well, that's good you stay active, and I'll be praying for you, Aaron. I don't know why it ain't showing up on my chat. Oh, now it is. I guess the chat just froze up over here. But I'll be praying for you. I hate that for you, buddy. You need to move my desk. I'm probably gonna move that sucker over there because it's not cool over here. You love talking to the old vets? Me too. Like, me too. Like, there's something about them. And, like, that's why I don't fuck around with elderly people. I knew how crazy my grandpa was, and he wouldn't take no shit off of nobody. Like, I knew, and he was elderly. Like, and I never seen him as an old man because other than his when his knees got bad and he had to go a little slower, like he was still a man. He was still a kid at heart too. He'd sit there and joke with us at times, but he was also strict with us. He showed us love. But my grandpa, like that's why I show every elderly man and woman respect. Because like my grandpa, he was a thug. Like Lord forgive, but grandpa was a thug. He didn't care. He was so friendly. But like that's because I think he was just begging people not to send his bad side out. So if I see an elderly man that's dressed real neat, kept together real well, walking with a lot of like respect, and he's friendly as hell, oh, that man's scary as fuck. What's up, Andy? You live in Amish country? That's crazy. I ain't never seen the Amish before. That's a scary man. shirt tucked in, looking like he living in the Andy Griffin show, and friendly to everybody. That man, that man's just he begging people not to add to his body count. Gomer Pyle, you love Amish? I ain't never met him. Bet Amish women got some good cooter. I should have said that shit. And the reason I'm always nice to elderly ladies, first of all, I respect them, and women are the weaker of the two species, or the two genders. So you gotta have respect, and you're supposed to be kind to women. But when I wasn't living right, before I got to like going on the very deep end and making a lot of money, like I was still young buck, and I was just doing light things out of this apartment complex. But I was kind because there was this lady, and she was like 91 years old at the time, but she still drove, done her own shopping. But I'd always check because I knew when she was coming back from doing groceries, I'd make everybody else with me go out there and help her bring her groceries in so she didn't have to tote them and everything. And one day, and she never asked me before, she was like, "It's been a rough day. Can you carry my pocketbook for me? It's real heavy." And I was like, "Yes, Miss." I'm gonna call her Miss H. "Yes, Miss H, I got you." And it was a big purse, but I was thinking like, it's just old lady heavy. And she handed it to me. I'm like, "Oh Lord!" And this thing felt like it was like 20 pounds. I'm like, "What the hell she got in it?" And I took it inside her apartment, set it on her kitchen table, and I heard clank clank. And she was coming in behind me. I was like, "Miss H, if I didn't know no better, I'd swear up and down you got a purse full of bricks in there." Just joking with her. She was a cool older lady. And she was like, "Nah, there ain't no bricks in there." She smiled from ear to ear. She was like, "You want to see what's in there?" And I was like, "Sure." She was like, "Got a 38 special, got a 25 ACP, got a 357, got a 44 Bulldog." And she pulling out like a shit ton of revolvers and tiny semi-automatic guns and little tiny little 22 revolvers. She had like 8 pistols in her purse. I was like, "That's cool." And so like, and then went back to the apartment, and I told the lady, I was like, "That lady got like 8 or 9 pistols in her purse." And she was like, "Yeah, you should see her bedroom. It's just rifles lined up around her one wall, like 3D." "What's up, Lacey?" And I was like, "Why she got all them guns?" She was like, her husband was in the military and he collected a lot of firearms. Old Country with No Men. You mean No Country for Old Men? Yeah, I'm from that movie. I love old people too. What am I doing? I'm just sitting here on live stream, chilling with all y'all beautiful people. They used to let me post my email with the actual gmail.com, but they don't let me do that no more. That's some bullshit, huh? Had to help your Gmom. You back, Cole? I'm probably about to get off. I gotta take a quick piss, y'all. You heading out, Sandy? Well, you have a good night, Aaron, and you have a good night, Sandy. I hope y'all sleep well. Yeah, I think I'm getting a little tired too, y'all. I don't get tired, but low on energy. At first, I thought it said streets, but it said sheets. Got to take a shower and hit the sheets. Autocorrect mess everything up, y'all. Go fishing. Go fishing where? Well, y'all, I love all you guys. From here in South Carolina to wherever you are in this world, I wish y'all the best. Y'all take it easy. Peace.